What's up, nerds? Free 99 here, back with some more Once Upon a Galaxy. I did some offline grinding, or I guess off-screen grinding, got us into bronze rank, so hopefully we can finally get into some actual PvP, or asynchronous PvP. Alright, so we're finally into actual games. You can tell because there is the refresh button. This is what I was talking about yesterday, or I guess last episode. Yeah, normally they would try to promote like a pay to use early character, and then if obviously if you're not gonna buy them, you can hit the refresh and get an actual free character. In instances like this where it's actually 3 free characters and you don't like the third one, you can actually hit the refresh and get another one. So free to players could theoretically still get like 4 characters to choose from. What do we got? Iron Monkey. On even numbered turns, your shop is 1 rarity higher. On odd numbered turns, it's 1 lower. That sounds weird. I've never used this before, and it is interesting. Double Dealer doubles your first recruit ability each turn. This could be very powerful, but we're not guaranteed to have a recruit ability every single time we have a shop. When you recruit a character, your toys gain that character's type. I do like We Are Blorg, just because I can turn anything into an animal, and animals have really good synergy. Like animals and phase, I think, are the 2 best traits in the game. So I think we're going to play some We Are Blorg. We now have access to decks. Again, this is another way for them to promote their shop. But for the most part, I haven't really seen any differences between like the starter deck and the to buy for deck. It's supposed to like give you better chances of getting these kinds of cards when you get into the shop phase. But again, I haven't seen any difference between just like it's all RNG, right? So there's really no difference between this and this, except for maybe once in a while you'll see like a better pull. Also, these become free all the time, like in due time. As you can see, some of these characters are checkmarked. That means they are cards that you have unlocked. If you remember seeing at the end of the screen, I guess I'll point this out when we get to an end screen. You unlock cards every single run. And if you unlock enough cards with We Are Blorg, these gem totals become cheaper and cheaper until they become free. So it's another pay to get access early rather than pay to play, or like pay to miss out. 500 means like everything is mostly still locked behind something. 350, we've got 5 of them unlocked. It'll become 0 in time. So let's go into a game. Every single time we recruit, the toys become that. Unfortunately, we don't have any toys right now, so I guess I'm gonna get Peachy Queen. Maybe we'll get a Fae like Thorns very early, and now everything gets +2/+1. This is a really bad turn 1 start. We will lose our fight here, but now our other guys just get stronger. I want the Busted Bot. This could be really good. And then we'll get the Gingerbread House. And then if we can turn the Gingerbread House into a Fae, and we start buffing face, the Gingerbread House's farewell will start getting better and better. At least that's my idea. We'll do that. Busted Bot gets +2 attack, and now we win our fight and we gen a health, which is great. What to do here? We could grab picks just to get the Fae on the Busted Bot and Gingerbread, and I do like that idea. And now Pan Shadow gives +1 attack to all Faes, and since now these are Faes, the plan has worked. So now you should be getting 3 attack. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Also, as you can see, the names have turned into non-character names. That's how you know we're fighting against like actual asynchronous characters. We could do Slappy. Turn them into a Fae, and now their buffs become a lot better. And I do like that idea, but I also want to stack Pan's Shadow. Like, I want to do that. Now Pix gives +2/+2, which is even better. Jack Frost isn't bad. It's a better picks. So now it's 2-5. And Peachy Queen have already used up their ability. Plus Jack Frost does have more stats. So we can do that. We could golden picks here. Now they give 2-4. Plus we get an item. Jill Sunshine is the opposite of Jack Frost. Jill Sunshine is supposed to give +5 attack. Obviously it's now +7 thanks to the Pan Shadow. And then Jack Frost is only supposed to give 5 defense or health. But obviously it's 2-5 because of Pan Shadow. I do like goldening picks more than an extra shop, because we do get an artifact with it. Secret map I think is the best one here. Breadcrumbs gives us a Lost Woods at the very first shop of each of our turns. Lost Woods basically lets us re-roll that shop. Secret map, I'm sure we'll survive up to turn 12. So we can do this to get a legendary treasure. Worn Shield, +4 health to the first character you recruit. Doesn't seem that great. I'll take the secret map. I want to see what kind of legendary broken treasure we get at turn 12. Easy win, easy win. Pan Shadow now gives +4 in total to all phase is incredible. +4, +4, and +4, +5. Pirates in your shop have +10 attack. I don't think we care for, especially since we're not doing pirates. Merlin's pointy hat isn't bad. We could turn our toys into mages, which means the pointy hat can start buffing itself. Gemstone Garden would be the best if we weren't using Borg. So I think we'll turn Merlin's pointy hat into our item. And then we'll try to turn our toys into phase. So then we can get some increased buff with the pointy hat. Boon of Willow isn't bad. +6/2 to the back slots. Plus they do have the support ability. Is 6/2 better than a 4/4? Stat-wise, it's the same. It's basically, do we want more damage than we do health? And I think we do. I like being more aggressive than defensive. Plus, it's not like Hicks can get any stronger, since we've already used up all of their upgrades. Peachy Queen isn't bad here. It's a one-time use recruit spell. Peter Pan does give all phase +1 health, though. I think we'll take Peachy Queen. It also gives us another shop. 2 blind mice is amazing. We could replace Pan Shadow with this, put them in the middle spot, and now they're uber buffed. Mecha Man is a toy. It's a very good toy too. When they hunt, they give their slot +1 attack. And then that +1 attack becomes very handy because they summon another character underneath them. What would we replace, though, is the question. Gingerbread isn't really dying. So maybe we'll replace Gingerbread. Plus, if we can turn Mecha Man into a Fae, they'll get the buffs from all the stuff that we have been picking up. Ooh, Mechatron is really good. If we could pick up one of those, that would be really great. Sparkles is amazing. I do like Sparkles. Plus, Sparkles turns Mecha Man into a Fae. This is a permanent +12, +1 every fight, as opposed to an aura of just +4, +5. We'll take that and replace Jack Frost. Sun Fairy is also good. +11, +17. It's better than a 6/2. So we will replace that. And now everybody's just a little bit stronger. Mecha Man now gives +5 whenever they hunt, which is amazing. They do have 28 attack. So they will hunt somebody every single time. Mousetrap is a really fun toy. Anything that attacks Mousetrap becomes 1 health. So it's guaranteed to kill at least one thing per fight. GG's, Aaron. Get out of here. Boon Willow, I don't think we will keep, but we will draft them so that our back row becomes +12, +4. I like that idea. Sugar Plum Fairy is really good. it gives the shop increased what's the word? Increased stats. If we keep them every single time we recruit a Fae, the shop gets buffed as well. Party Pinata though is a toy, and when they die, they give all the toys even more stats. And I think that's better than a busted bot summoning a 2/2. So we'll take Party Pinata, and then Thorns is even better because now Party Pinata becomes a Fae. We get an extra shop, and now when you die, it gives all toys +6/+2. That is cool. I like this. Mage, we have the wizard hat. I think we should recruit this just so the wizard hat gets a little bit better. We're now going to put it in our team. So now, yeah, improve this, play +1/+1, and then every single time we recruit Mechatoy, which is now a mage, Party Pinata, which is a mage, our buffs from spells become a little bit better. Jaws is getting ramped up. That's unfortunate. We do get a tie here. Guardian of the Grove is amazing. Especially if we can turn you guys into animals. Well, okay, recruiting them does turn everybody into an animal. What am I thinking of? Animal Celestial. So we'll take out the Sun Fairy. So now we have Animal Celestial Fae Mage Pirate Toy Hero Villain. So that's kind of funny. Presence of Gaia. Trigger that twice. I think there's better stuff to trigger twice. Bronze Goose isn't bad though. This could give us an epic treasure. Space Ranger makes sure our next shop is all toys, which is kind of what we want to synergize with. But I like getting treasure. Merlin's okay. When you cast a spell, give your characters +5/+5. It's not horrible, but I think +12/+1 is better. We'll take the toys. Hopefully we can get like the silver versions of Party Pinata and Mecha Man. We get to attack first. We don't, but we do still get a kill. So Mecha Man triggers. Party Pinata didn't die, which is a little annoying. GG Smug Falcon Cake. Party Pinata is what we want to draft here. That means our hat is now an additional +3/+3. We can give our front row +8/+8, which is kind of good. But we could also upgrade Sparkles here. I like the idea of upgrading Sparkles. We could also give the back row a bit of buff and an item. Like, there's no wrong choice here. I don't think. Well, okay, maybe Thorns. +7/1 to the shop when we're looking at, like, 50 attack. Well, that's still kind of worth it, honestly. Plus, we get an uncommon item. I like the idea of getting one more shop. Let's go Sparkles here. Eureka isn't bad. We do have mages. This will give us more shops. Unfortunately, you're not a mage. We would have to use it on either Party Pinata or Mecha Man. And I think we're going to use it on Mecha Man. We want Party Pinata to die, is the thing. Mecha Man, if they attack and survive, well, we basically want both of them to die because they have farewells. But Mecha Man getting more damage isn't a bad thing. So now we got more shops with us. I think we'll take the Bronze Goose here. I still want that epic item from them. Goldilocks isn't worth it. It's only good if you're buffing other slots, which we kind of are with Guardian of the Grove. But I feel like Goldilocks would be better if they're in a team with like Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and all the jazz. Behemoth is just a treasure hoard 5. We don't have enough treasures to justify them. Lost in the Woods will let us refresh this shop. Mousetrap isn't a bad toy. Unfortunately, they're not uber buffed like the rest of our team. Friar Tuck could come in handy. We are at endgame now, so we're probably going to choose spells more than characters. Where would we fit them is the question. I think we'll Twinkle Twinkle in order to buff our next recruit. And then our last shop, Starlight Starbright, is really good right now. We do have 2 silvers, so they will get uber buffed. Let's head into battle here. We've got triple digit attacks. Love to see it, love to see it. Mockingbird isn't gonna do a whole lot. We haven't even killed an animal. Crazy Gamer, GG's. Tatiana, the Fairy Queen, is one of the best characters in the game in my opinion. Especially since we have buffed them. +4, +20 is better than 12-1. So they are definitely going in. Papa Bear isn't bad here. Our toys are animals. So it does buff them as well. Plus, Party Pinata is so buffed that I don't think they're gonna die. So I'd rather have the 4-4 guaranteed from Papa Bear. They got to triple digits as we did. Unfortunately, our stats are just way better though. Goodie Bag dies, summons a character, but oh! That was a tie game. Okay, sure. We did get to turn 12, so we got big brass cannonballs. Giggity. Whenever one of your character attacks, get +10/+10. That is amazing. I think we'll buff the next character that we grab. Because Mousetrap isn't that good. I don't care for Captain Hook right now. And then Wind Up Toy is a toy that hasn't even buffed itself. We can silver Papa Bear. That's not bad. Gives us an extra store. I think it's too late for any of these. Abracadabra gives us more spells. Do we like any of these? Eureka can give us another store. Stroke of Midnight can turn anything into a common character. This would be really good. I think Stroke of Midnight is a better play here. We can shrink one of their characters into something minuscule. Bowset, I think this is where we say goodbye. It shrunk the flying monkey. It still has pretty good stats though. That's the annoying part. We do have 251 attack though, so I think this is GG's. I'm pretty sure this is GG's. Awesome! Finish! Gain a bit of stars. We unlocked 2 cards from them, 3 jewels, so we are now bronze 2. Play again. What do we got this time? Boy Who Cried Werewolf, I don't think is that good. After you recruit 3 animals, double the attack and health of the next character you recruit, and it becomes an animal. Problem is, we're not guaranteed to get animals. Sugar Pops might be the best out of all of them. The leftmost character in your shop gains candy, plus I get to talk how candy works. Diagnosis is one of the new characters. I haven't used them yet. After you complete 2 quests, discover a co-captain. These cards, by the way, the ones that you pick at the start are captains. So you would basically get 2 captains. But you're not guaranteed to get A, a captain that does buffs, and B, 2 captains that synergize. So you could have one that's like give all pirates +1/+1, and then you could have another one that's just like every single time you recruit a fairy, get another shop or something. So you're torn between 2 different types. I think I want Sugar Pops. We do have the reroll here. Professor Who's Who is one of my favorite. A, Owl. B, Doctor Who. C, like just a shop full of spells is kind of crazy. It's a bonus shop as well, which means we still get the 2 shops of characters. I think we're gonna go Sugar Pops though. We're gonna grab Sugar Pops. We could customize the deck, but again, I don't think the decks matter at all. So here's where the candy comes from. As you may or may not have noticed on Gingerbread House and a couple of others, they have the candy trait and this border on top. This means that they play with the candy trait. I'm hoping we see some candy treasures because of Sugar Pop, because it's kind of pointless to try to explain what it is without seeing it in action. We'll take Gingerbread House here. Daughter of Athena does have the best stats out of all of these. Plus there are some hero candies, so we'll take them. We'll take them. Gingerbread dies, so Daughter of Athena gets +2 attack. That's awesome. Start turn 2. Still no candy, but that's fine. We're in common. We don't get the spells just yet. Laser Shark getting buffed isn't that great. I think we'll go with Puck to give our characters more damage. Lollipop Fairy is amazing, but Puss in Boots is a hero to start ramping Daughter of Athena. We'll do that. +1 to the shop, or to the slot. That's great. We get another Puss, and I think we will. Okay, here we go. Gumdrop. Give a character +1/+1 and sweeten our candy. If we do this on, I guess, who's gonna stay the longest? Puss in Boots? We will get this 1 candy counter. This is your candy counter. Play candy spells to increase the power of all your candy cards. So now Puss in Boots gets +1/+1 thanks to us having 1 stack of candy. Gingerbread House is now +3/+1 thanks to our 1 stack. And in Daughter of Athena, it doesn't really do anything to them because they don't have like the buffing spells. But this is essentially what the candy spell does. So now Hamstar, instead of giving the slots +2/+2 when buffed, or +1/+1 when buffed, they get +2/+2. So that means every single time we get a piece of candy, these buffs will also increase. So you could have this number at like 25, and then Puss in Boots will now do +26, +25 when they hunt. That's basically what the candy system is. It's a very good thing to stack. So we would want to find more spells or characters that increase our candy stacks. For now though, none of these characters interest me. I would rather meet in a tavern. We get a baby bear, which is really good. They're candied, so they give animal slots +2/+1 instead of +0/+1. Plus they proc Daughter of Athena. Padded Shield, I think, is the best out of all of them. I don't think we're gonna do more quests. So Potion of Treasure Finding is pointless, and we rarely get gold characters. Gold characters are more of an endgame thing, and a +3/+3 when we have triple digit attack and health is kind of worthless. So Padded Shield, we'll go for that. We'll head into the next battle. Hopefully Puss will hunt here. Awesome, perfect. Gingerbread just gave them more buffs. And they actually get to live. Hand Shadow giving Phase more is amazing. We can also use them to replace Daughter of Athena. Pretty Pastier is okay. I mean, we are guaranteed 1 candy every single turn, or every single shop. So it's not that bad to recruit them and get the quest item. Plus, the quest item will also get buffed by the sweetness. So yeah, we'll take them. We'll get rid of Pan Shadow. We'll hit battle. Everybody gains a bit. Oh, also they're animals. So Baby Bear buffs them up even more. The synergy, the unintended synergy that I haven't really thought of. Rose is great here. +3/+3 to our shop. We'll take you. Thanks for buffing the shop. Mysterious Egg doesn't really do anything here. We could take it and maybe get a legendary character, but I don't think we care for. 2 Blind Mice is great. I want to start stacking 2 Blind Mice. So what if we do this? What if we do this? And now Baby Bear is giving them buffs, as well as Gingerbread giving them buffs. We're gonna get uber buffed 2 Blind Mice. Gentle Giant is kind of pointless. I like Mama Bear. +3/+1, +2/+2. You give more generic buffs than Gingerbread. And for that, I'll take you. Upgraded Mama Bear isn't bad. And Bunny is a better Puss in Boots. 2224, I should say. We've got this in the bag. Like, we're not even gonna lose anything. 2-headed dragon isn't terrible. When they turn golden, we get to pick two treasures. It's like a slightly worse golden goose. I will take that just so Pretty Pastier can leave. When you cast a spell, the next character you recruit, no. When one of your toys is KO'd, we don't have toys. When you cast a spell, give your mages. All of these is terrible, but at least this one is fairly generic. Sweet Wand of Strength will take you. Gingerbread is back. We could grab them just to get a bonus shop. Golden Poots and Boots is a little crazy. We could recruit them just to get an item. Gingerbread Witch can and will sweeten our candy. If we take you, replace the Pastier, and then replace you next turn, we'll get +2 to the candy, which will make our buffs just slightly better. Potty G, GG's. Pan Shadow, replace you with Pan Shadow, and now everything gets a little more buffed. Mighty Mouse is crazy. Animals and heroes in your shop gets +5/+5. After you recruit one, give it another +5/+5. This could help us ramp our store and make everything amazing. Ice Cream Party is okay. If we had a bigger number, I would go for it, hands down. But right now, it's only +3/+3. It will buff everybody. But I think Mighty Mouse is better. 10 million fireflies? You would not believe your eyes. If 10 million fireflies... I'm gonna stop singing now because I'm sure some of you hate it. We could go Cheshire. Cheshire isn't bad. It'll buff Mighty Mouse. And the buff is better than what Baby Bear will do. Baby Bear does ramp though. But maybe we can get them on another time. They'll keep the candied state. They've already been candied and been recruited, so the candied state stays. So we'll take Cheshire. We'll move you there and then move you there. Stuff is happening. We just got hit by 15 damage, but none of our characters died, which is crazy. We kind of want Cheshire to die though. They don't do their thing if they don't die. There we go. 45 health, 20 health. Okay, it's a tie. They have a golden Hercules, which is a little scary. Oberon, King of Fairies. 25-3 isn't bad. It's really not bad. It's a little better than Mighty Mouse. We'll do that. Golden Goose, we'll just grab you so that the next time you show up, we'll get an epic treasure. Shiny McShiny, I think this is time for you to go. GG, Shiny McShiny. Oberon to silver. Daughter of Athena to silver. Golden Oberon, 45-3. And we get a legendary treasure. Cheshire Cat is also a decent pick, but I like having you golden. Trident of the Trident of the Tides is a reference to that one episode of SpongeBob. Plus 15 attack, then plus 15 health means in 2 turns that's plus 30/+30. It's better than plus 20/+20 in 2 turns. Plus, this affects everybody, whereas this only affects the ones that attack. I don't know how to pronounce this. I call it the Sword Eye. After 5 of your characters attack, get a bonus shop of all legendary characters. It's not terrible, but we're not guaranteed to have all of our characters attack. I think the Trident of Tides is the best out of all of them. Jellytron is an amazing character. +3/+3 for each candy character that were KO'd this game. If we put them at the end... Oh, okay, wait, no. We lost all of our candy characters. So it's just Anne Bunny left. That's unfortunate. We could Midas Touch the Mama Bear. Make it more than +2/+2. Although the stats on Jellytron is just too good. I kind of want to keep the animal synergy. Yeah, we'll turn you golden. So now I think it's 4/4. Yeah, you now give 4/4. Ooh, the Spirit of Vengeance. I don't know if we can stop that. Yeah, I definitely don't think we can stop that. They have definitely won this fight. We can do Rose here. It gives us an extra shop. And Bunny turning silver isn't bad. The Kraken's really good. +10/+10. It's better than Cheshire. We can do like this. Well, no. Two Blind Mice is still the best to get buffed. And Buddy can stay there. Yeah, Silver Kraken. We could recruit Twin-Headed Wizard just so we get the double spellcast. But I don't think anything will help us. Katatui is too late. Cast 3 spells, find a piping bag. When you recruit a quest character, sweeten your candy. Sorcerer's Mop, we don't summon other characters, so that's kind of pointless. And then just giving a slot +2/+2 is worthless. I don't think we're gonna make it to 700 damage. I don't think we're even gonna make it to 800 damage. Yeah, whatever they have. Oh, it's this thing. Each fight give your characters +3/+3 for each shop you have. So the more shops they have, the better they get. Tatiana isn't bad here. I think they're the best. Replace Mom Bear with it. Happily Ever After isn't bad either. We're not gonna win though, so it's just a +8/+8 to somebody. 10 million Fireflies is back. We could buff our shop, but honestly, this is like the best. 10 million Fireflies is back again. We could have goldened them by now if we kept with it. I think we'll just uber buff our 2 Blind Mice. Yeah, they're now gonna be at quadruple. Okay, close to it, 948. But yeah, no, they definitely got like way better stuff than we do. They have 5 captains, which is insane. Second place, not bad. Still top 3 finishes. We'll take a silver medal. We'll get 2 jewels. Hit play again. We've got Connor. Oh wait, what? Why did you show up at the front? Usually you're on the side. This is brand new. I haven't seen this before. Maybe the game bugged out or something. Beanstalk, I think, is the best out of all of them. When you buff 1 or more slots, you buff your shop by +1/+1. We could do an animal synergy with this. So like each time Baby Bear, Mama Bear, and Papa Bear buff a slot, that's 3 instances. Or shop just gets bigger and bigger. Anagole? I'm not entirely sure if I pronounced that right. When you discover a treasure, you only get 2 choices, but you get to keep both of them. We could do a treasure build. I think this is the safer bet, though. Buffing a slot, so Puss in Boots. And then Hamstar also buffs slots if they get buffed. We did get the hunt, so now our store is slightly bigger. Itsy Bitsy is supposed to be a 3/3. Pied Piper gives us more animals. I was hoping to see Baby Bear, but we'll take a silver Hamstar. None of these really do what we want, at least Gingerbread House. It doesn't buff slots, but it does buff Puss in Boots and Pied Piper. Although I think we'll keep Hamstar more than Pied Piper. Ah, that sucks. Puss in Boots died, so we didn't get to use their hunt ability to buff a slot. Foul Witch? We are doing animal synergy. But also, Lance a Little isn't bad. Each fight give all your slots +1 attack if we can make them gain 10 attack. Quest during a fight, I have at least 10 attack, yeah. So, we'll do this. We'll do this. Ooh. Nestling Scrub Fowl just gives our first slot +2 attack. That's not bad. Pyrat is an upgraded version of Puss in Boots. Hungry Hyena, though, is what we're looking for. Each fight give your animal slots +1. That's better than Gingerbread. I think for now we do something like this. And then once Hamstar's slot gives like +7/+7, then we should, or at least +7 attack. We can swap Lance a Little there and get their Lance. I do like that idea. We can grab Rose here. It'll buff the shop. Gingerbread gives us an extra shop, but I do like Gumdrop as well. Well, I think we'll take Gingerbread. None of these interest me. We could silver somebody. Or we could just grab Peter Pan. Maybe there's a Fey animal? Question mark. You also have better stats than Pied Piper, who has already done their thing. No, but we don't want to give... We want an animal to be there. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll hit battle. This slot, we can't see behind. Whoa! That's way too early to be knocked out. GG's Painted Toes. +4 +2. That will get you to 7. We can get another Peter Pan here. Get us another shop. 2 blind mice is what we ultimately want to buff. So they're better than Pied Piper. Mama Bear is amazing. Mama Bear is better than Puss in Boots, who just buffs themselves. 2 blind mice can go there. This looks fine. We'll put Mama Bear up front. Have our best attackers there. All the slots get buffed. Our beanstalky friend will just start dealing so much buffs to the store. You're looking at a 9/11 Jack Frost, an 11/9 Slappy. This increased buffs, or increased slot buffs. So we can do this and their ability triggers. Nesting Scrub Fowl will make their ability trigger some more. What are we looking at? +9, +11. So we can do this now, honestly. Well, you could stay there. And then you're going to get the 2/2 from them anyways. So yeah, we'll just do this. Turn 2 blind mice a little bit stronger. We're outpacing our enemies, which is great. Hopefully we can knock out everybody early. Lance a Little is great. We now get the Little Lance. And Bunny. And Bunny's crazy. Is it finally time to... Well, Lance a Little already did their quest, so we could absolutely replace you. And Bunny, 2 blind mice. Huff and Puff, we're still... Okay, well, it's a 50-50 on whether or not this will KO something. This is a better spell to grab in, like, the rare or uncommon. Definitely not... It's a 50-50 on mid-game, definitely not endgame. We could do Ember here, +1, +3 to all of our characters. Or we could be greedy and double the amount of buffs that we get. I'm gonna be greedy. +15 damage isn't the worst. It can knock out everybody except for 10 million fireflies. And it went for the Hamstar, so we did get buffed. I'll take that. I'll take that. Lance a Little going silver isn't the worst. It gives us another shop. Cheshire Cat needs to die in order for it to work. Give 2 random slots +1, +1. I think is the best because it also triggers our beanstalk. Plus we can start ramping candy. It's a little late for that, but it's still better than nothing. We could Golden Peter Pan here. Or we could give this slot +2, +2, which also buffs the beanstalk, plus sweetens our candy even more. Just because you're not using candy characters doesn't mean you should shy away from sweetening the candy. There are candy spells in the game. GG's Explainomancer. By the way, this border means they have basically mastered this character. I'll show you what that means in a moment, like in between games. But it's nice to see those. It's basically somebody that's been playing the game for quite some time. Nesting Scrub Fowl is a good one. It's either Boon Willow or 10 million fireflies. We either want the shop buff or we want the back row buff, and then, which will include the shop buff. And I guess Boon Willow is the best out of all of them because it does trigger both. 10 million fireflies just only does the shop. So our back row gets a little bit stronger. I think with it being the end game, a +1, +1 to slot isn't good anymore. Goldilocks is the, like, better version of that. Although, because you also slot buff, theoretically you're better than Anne Bunny. Goldilocks is better than Anne Bunny because it also gets the Hamstar buffs. Is that right? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. 7164. Let's see what it is after the fact. 9477. I think it was better than... Ooh, 200? Kelpie, you have been doing quite a bit. Okay. Guardian of the Grove. Guardian of the Grove is the best play here. Jabberwocky is awesome. Recruit, Hunt, and Farewell plus 12 plus 14. I will take that. It's better than Hamstar. So now we at least have double digits. Unfortunately, they're probably going to hit 300. Are we able to hit 300 before they do? If we do, it would be Goldilocks. Nanny McFay is going to be very annoying to deal with. I think this is another second place. Oberon? Oberon does give better stats than Mama Bear. We could also do something very funny here. Mixo match? We can match their 200 DPS character with Mama Bear. Or with, like, Jabberwocky. We could, like, do this. Mix and match here. Assume that their character doesn't move. And we'll just be more buffed than them. We could also greed and make our character slightly stronger. I'm gonna try this. It didn't move, so we should be like 318 plus, I think. 358. Ooh, I don't know if we're gonna make it. You do get to attack. Unfortunately, Captain Hook kills somebody. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. We did match the stats, but their other stats just out-crushed us. GG, Shelpie. Another second place victory for us. Plus 2 jewels. We do get to rank up. I think we've got time for one more. Here we go. Okay, this is the shop that I'm used to seeing. The refresh is on this side. Dragon Mother. On turn 2, get a bonus mysterious egg. Mysterious egg. I hatch into a random character, one rarity higher than your shop. So on turn 2, we get a bonus mysterious egg. That's still going to be common shop. So it'll be an uncommon? Uncommon something? That sounds horrible. Or higher than your shop. So is it higher than the shop that it hatches into? Because if that's the case, I haven't really played much with Mysterious Egg, just because it's a 0-1 and it takes forever to hatch. If it's turn 2, that's the last shop of uncommon, or of common. Then 2 turns later, it'll be the last shop of uncommon, so you hatch at the rare shop, which means we would get an epic character 2 turns early? I don't know if that's right. Legend of Loxley is pretty fun. Start with the Gloves of Thieving. Your golden characters give a bonus shop instead of treasure. And then the Gloves of Thieving, we get to steal enemy treasures. Which is really crazy. It could also backfire where none of our opponents get treasures. Godaku is obvious reference to Goku. But just as like a parakeet. Each turn I charge up. When you fall to 1 heart, give all your slots +1/+1 for each charge. Then get 2 bonus shops. So, the more fights you win, or I guess the more fights you survive, the more they power up the Spirit Bomb. I like Legend of Loxley, honestly. We could start off with a Thorns here. I like future buffing our store. Nesting Scrubfowl, I think is the best out of all of them. Aladdin gives a treasure and an extra shop when they become silver. But we don't really need treasure because we're stealing from other people. Although he is the Prince of Thieves. So what's Robin of Loxley to Aladdin? Or is it Prince of Thieves? Prince of Thieves? Yeah, we'll go Aladdin. They've got better stats anyway. Unfortunately, we do lose our first fight. Peachy Queen is always a good grab. Daughter of Athena, are you a hero? You are a hero, so when we silver you, we will get Daughter of Athena buffs. We could also buff up Wind Up Toy. It's pretty early in the match. Daughter of Athena. We might not survive this. We definitely did not. So we've got... Are we going to do animals again? I mean, why not? It'll buff itself. And then the Fowl can replace the Thorns, just because they have better stats. You have better stats than you. So we'll do that. We'll start buffing the middle section here. We finally win one, which is crazy. Mysterious Egg will turn into a legendary. That's not bad. A very early legendary, assuming we survive long enough. You are an animal, so maybe we'll buff these 2 slots. And then you're a 3-1. Yeah, we'll take the Mysterious Egg. Why not? We'll replace Aladdin. Captain Ahab here is still plausible. Plus, they have really good stats. We'll replace Peachy Queen. We don't really have much of any synergy going on here. Which is a little concerning. We're stealing their stuff though, which is great. It's finally happening. Thorn gives the entire store 2-1. Better than nothing. Mama Bear for more animal synergy. It's better than Daughter of Athena. Silver Baby Bear. We could get Ann Bunny though. Nesting Scrubfowl isn't doing anything. We need to start ramping up a little bit more here. We have stabilized though. We are winning games. Here is a Silver Baby Bear. That's good for us. Brodo? Brodo isn't bad. I feel like buffing the store is better. Future-proofing our other plans. Lost in the Woods gives us a brand new shop. None of these interest me. This is an animal, technically. We could replace Captain Ahab and then put Flying Monkey up in front. That way, they have a better chance of knocking out the back row first. So we could, like, knock out Mysterious Egg or something. Won another game. We now have a few items, which is crazy. We get Friar Tuck. Okay, so every 2 spells, we get a bonus shop. None of these are animals, so we'll do all for 1. And then White Whale is horrible. They have amazing stats, but when they die, they give our opponents a common treasure. So we're just gonna buff the defensive slot of slot 1. Here's our bonus shop. Really nothing good. We could give all 3 front rows +1/+1. Not the best, not the worst either. There's still 5 of us in this game. You have full health. Let's see if we can't fix that. Welcome to missing health, just like everybody else. Peter Pan isn't that great. Through the Looking Glass, we can turn Flying Monkey into something of an epic rarity. But they might not be an animal. But we can get an extra shop because of it. I'll take that. We'll take the risk. Ooh, Bronze Goose. Not bad, not bad. Mama Bear turns silver. We get another shop. We could turn Friar Tuck here into a secret rare on turn 8, which is insane. I wonder if it'll still proc the 2-turn or 2-spell grabby thing. It did, I think. Tiamat is crazy. Treasure Hoard of 5, which is great because we're stealing treasures. All your dragons have farewell, get a random treasure. We need to pivot to dragons ASAP. We are no longer a... Ooh! Fire-breathing dragon is exactly what we needed. We will replace the Bronze Goose with this. Yeah. It has Treasure Hoard 1. I have +1/+1 for each treasure you found. We have 5, so it gets +5/+5. And then every single time they die, we get more treasure. Just like that. We have a lesser mimic. Okay, we're going dragons. I guess we're going dragons. We got another skeleton key. What do you do? Next time you discover a treasure. Okay, cool. Oracle of Fortunes is a crazy character. when I'm attacked, get a treasure of the attacker's rarity. So if they get attacked by a legendary creature, we get a legendary treasure. And then when they die, we still get a treasure. All the treasures. We'll do that. We'll move you there. Bahamut is going to go nuts. They have Treasure Hoard 5. So they get +5/+5 for each treasure. And we're about to get a butt ton of them. And Bunny's got to go. Mama Bear can keep buffing that spot. That's fine. Maybe we do this so our range character gets to attack first? No! They got turned into a slappy. What a slap in the face. Ooh, flying toasters. What is this thing called? They have their own Tiamat and it's bigger than ours. That sucks. This will be a tie though. We just got a whole bunch of stuff. So when your stuff overfills, you get this little treasure chest. You can click it to see exactly what you have. We have a Triton fork. Or the Trifork, whatever. Give your characters Treasure Hoard 3 on top of whatever treasure hoard they already have. And then the first time you discover a treasure each turn, collect all 3. And I think that sucks because we have a couple of skeleton keys that I think will trigger the same time. Flock of Mimics? That's not a mimic, that's a toaster. I guess a toaster can be a mimic. Get an additional copy of the next 3 treasures you discover. And then we do have a lesser mimic that gives us a copy of the next treasure. We need to discover a treasure ASAP. We need to like golden Tiamat. Rare treasure? Do we want a rare treasure? It's honestly, well, no, because it becomes epic thanks to our lucky chest. Yeah, we'll take Aunt Benny. Huh? Oh, we can never discover a treasure. Robin of Locksley, your golden characters give a bonus shop instead of a treasure. That's annoying. Well, we can turn everybody silver. That's something. Long John silver, everybody silver. Two-headed dragon isn't bad. When you golden me, keep an extra treasure. Yeah, and it's bigger than Mama Bear. Plus, you also have the Tiamat buff. Sure. We are outpacing this character, but the one with a Tiamat themselves is kind of scary. Lost in the Woods. Bronze Goose gives us another shop instead of actually a treasure, which is a slightly annoying. We could double buff something. What's the biggest that we have? 811, 1122. It's the 1122. So it'll give what, 2244? That's not bad. We need a way to discover treasure though. Half of our stuff is kind of pointless. Fires of Ares gives damage. Sure. This is not the one with the Tiamat, but Zeus can be annoying. They are ranged, which is the annoying part. So they don't have to physically make contact when they just stole our gloves. Too bad you're dead. GG's Painted Toe, get out of here. Wormscale Tinker is one of the best characters in the game. I say that a lot, but that's honestly true. Each fight improves your treasure buffs by +1/+1. So that means our like Shield of Athena just gets better. Whenever one of our characters is KO'd, give it essentially +9/+1 attack. And then if they survive, they get +9 health. And then it'll just keep ramping up from there. Melody Gloves. When you pick a card, give a random character +9/+9 and then improve it. We can out-ramp a lot of our enemies if we take Wormscale Tinker. All for One would be the best here, unless we want to give our shop +1/+1. Maybe giving the back row +2/+2 is better. We're just grasping at straws here. Like we're at 200. Does +2/+2 actually matter? Not really. All for One at least buffs everybody. There's the one with their Tiamat. Unfortunately, our Tiamat is finally bigger. We're getting a whole bunch of stuff here. Whoa, what are you? More stuff. More stuff. More Uber buffs. What was that, like, strawberry parfait that I saw? Trash can full of strawberries. Sure. Some raccoon is salivating right now. Your treasures give an additional +1/+1. When you get a common treasure, improve this by +1/+1. So what is something like the... Like, what are you giving now? +13, +13 whenever we pick a card. You're now give, when one of our characters are KO'd, give a bunch of buffs. That's crazy. If we can somehow get more stores, then we can get even bigger. Give a character +4/+4 is like minuscule. I don't think the spell is worth it. Maybe if we find one of these guys in the shop, make them silver. That's better. So like Long John Silver being silver gives us another store. Oracle of Fortunes gives us a legendary item. No, it doesn't. It doesn't because of our passive. I hate that. I hate that. I keep thinking we're about to get something good, but then we get nothing. Pirate Prince is insane. On recruit, get a random common treasure. Each fight, give your pirates treasure hoard. Oh, it's only pirates? I thought it gave everything treasure hoard +1. That sucks. It's not as good as I thought it was. Out you go. Oh, we got a random breadcrumbs. Sure. A random lightning bolt. I'll take that. Everything gets buffed. That's amazing. What a way to end this recording session. Just... I want to make a Blue Eyes reference, but I can't think of anything fast enough. Just a bunch of shiny dragons. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. As always, I've been Free99. You've all been amazing. I'll catch you next time.